I really like these dramatic entrances. I am wearing my Octavia E. Butler shirt, and I am super excited to be getting into Dawn. Yes. So as I mentioned yesterday, while people are coming in, as I mentioned yesterday, I want to make sure that I finish reading tonight with everyone else, and that we, are able to finish within 3 sprints. So I read a little bit on my own. I read all the way up to the beginning of chapter 8 in part 3, which is called Nursery. So for those of you, while we're waiting for people to come in, for those of you who are watching the rewatch, part 3 is called Nursery, and we are basically 2/3 into the book. What is happening right now? So in part 1, Womb, Lilith Iyapo wakes up and discovers herself inside a cell, and she becomes aware that she has been put into like a coma-like sleep and awakened a couple of times by an entity. She remembers that there was a war, a nuclear war on Earth, and she doesn't exactly know what's going on. But very soon into part 1, she realizes that she has been captured by extraterrestrial beings that have a job for her. In part 2, Family, we see her emerge from this from this cell with Jediah, who is an Oankali, and she lives with Jediah's family and becomes somewhat acclimated to the Oankali, the life on what she now understands is a spaceship, and she learns a little bit of the language. She becomes familiar with the different areas on the ship where the Oankali live. She encounters a human and understands what the Oankali want her to do, which is they want her to be the mother of the group of humans who will travel back to Earth. Of course, the Oankali do not want them just to travel back to Earth and live their lives free. The Oankali are very interested in humanity and human beings, and the Oankali want to engage in a species partnership with these humans, and will not allow them to go back to Earth until the Oankali are assured that the humans will be able to survive, but also there is a degree of indoctrination happening. So in part number 3, which is the part that I'm on right now, called Nursery, we see Lilith in this room, this great room that's about as big as a football field. And she has the task of awakening 39 other human beings and organizing them and preparing them to go to Earth. Before they can go to Earth, they are going to be released into this testing area, because the area on Earth that they will ultimately be released into is going to be near the Amazons. So the Oankali have created this space, and we find out that they actually had Lilith live in that testing ground. So it's a space on the ship that the Oankali have replicated. It looks like the Amazon. So we learned that Lilith was there by herself for a year, and now she's training and testing people to come down with her. So that's where we are right now. for those who are watching the replay or whatnot, what we at the OEB Slow Read, we understand that we're going to be reading together. So there will be spoilers. We do talk about the plot. We are all at different points in our reading. So that's sort of how it is. So that's where we are right now. And if you are watching, I think there are about 8 of you watching. Please put a comment in the live chat. The StreamYard is a little bit delayed right now, so I don't actually see anyone making any comments in the chat. So if you are here, please say hello and where you are in your reading. There are about 9 of you here, so welcome. And we are going to start with the first reading sprint, and I'm going to pull up a 30-minute timer. It seems like 30 minutes is a good amount of time. And also for those of you who are rewatching, if you happen to rewatch this before the night ends, tomorrow is going to be our live show for the OEB Slow Read. So that's definitely something you should enjoy. All right, so not a 30-minute workout, 30-minute timer. Let's find, oh, how about, I like this timer. It's relaxing music, it promises. Okay, we will start in a second. I'll just share my screen. Oh, okay, all of these comments came in. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Tom. Okay, you're at the start of chapter or part 4. Hello, hello. Hi, Latrice. Hi, Janelle. Oh, sorry, Jenny Lee just finished chapter 9 of part 3. Okay, we're close. Hi, Christina. And hello, Jessica. You have 100 pages left. Yeah, I have almost that as well. You're also in nursery. Okay, great. So I want to, so welcome everybody. I just want to put up the StreamYard link. We haven't had anybody join this round, which is okay, but I do want to invite you to join me on camera and read. So in order to do that, you just cut and paste the link to the StreamYard in your browser, and then you'll be backstage and I'll let you in. So please consider joining me. It always takes just one brave person to start. So I invite you to do that. And let's get that timer up, and then we will start our first 30 minutes. So I'm thinking 3 30-minute sprints should work. Okay. All right, everybody. Happy reading, and I'll see you in half an hour. Dr. KVP, come join me. It'd be nice to see your lovely face. Hello, everyone. We just finished our first 30-minute sprint. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you to do two things. Please let me know what section you're on right now. And then also, please type into the chat one or more reflection question that you think would be interesting to explore based on the section you just read. So again, please write down in the chat what section you are, what page you're on right now, and then one or more reflection question you have. So while you're doing that, I'll tell you mine. So I have finished chapter 11 of part 3. And I'll read out some of the reflection questions that I have. This is more like I was just kind of rewriting the blurb, thinking about how I would describe this story to someone else. And what I wrote was, a Black woman who lost her son and husband before a nuclear war is selected by an alien race to lead a group of humans in the rebuilding of the planet. Why her? How will she do it? What will it cost? And will she succeed? And then here are some of the questions that I've come up with. What happens when a Black woman shows her true strength? Why are the Oankali assumed male? I had another question. What's with all the insecure men? But we know the answer to that question. Oh, if you were in Lilith's position and you had to choose 40 people, or you even forget that, if you had to choose a core group of people to be the first to awaken, what qualities would you seek and what qualities would you avoid? Another question that I have is, how would you describe the Oankali's relationship to genetic manipulation and quote unquote partnership? Words that have been used so far are compulsion, attraction. Yeah. And then I also circled the word adaptable because Lilith seems to notice adaptability and seems to value that. And adaptability is a theme in Octavia E. Butler's work. Yeah. Okay, that's what I have so far. All right. Let's see. So, Latrice, are you home yet? I'm at the start of chapter 3 of part 3. Reflection question. Why do the humans not believe they aren't on Earth and are willing to die rather than work together? 100%. Yeah. Just starting on chapter 9 of part 2, family reflection question. How do you think you would feel if your first encounter with another human was with the character Paul? Would you understand him? Cool. Is power more important to them than working as a community and having a sound plan to overthrow the Oankali after returning to Earth? The short-sightedness is breathtaking. I was thinking about the word adaptability all day yesterday as I was reading, hence why the main character is a Black woman to lead them. We are the most adaptable human group on Earth. And interesting, we learned something about another character that the Oankali thought might be a good leader as well. I'm going to write that question down as well. Because I think, like, why did the Oankali choose her? I think that was kind of at the end of, was it chapter 7? Yes. Why did they choose her, and who else did they consider? Yeah. Any other thoughts? I'm just going to write that down. Okay. And then the last question that I have for those of you who are on the area, are at the part of the book where she's interacting with a lot more people, which character intrigues you the most? Okay. So generally, you're on page 215. How do we convey full consent to anyone, extraterrestrial or not? Explaining verbal and nonverbal communication. Yeah. In the middle of chapter 6, part 3, which of the men or women would you have partnered with first? Tamara, I want to know your answer to that question. Okay. And also, like, why the need to partner? It seems like there were a lot of assumptions about, like, what, from the Oankali's perspective, right? Like, what does a society need in order to survive, right? What do these humans need in order to make an actual go at it? Okay, so we're going to do another half an hour sprint. And I'm going to start the timer shortly. I'm just going to wait to see if there are any other questions. I'll queue up the timer, and then we can do the last the second of 3 sprints. Let's get us back to the half an hour. $30-minute timer. Oh, this is a nice one. Okay. See if there are any other comments. Nope, no other comments. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen. So we're going to start our second 30-minute sprint. Okay, everyone, happy reading. See you in half an hour.
Draining of more sleep? Try Nature's Bounty Sleep 3, a modified release tri-layer tablet with an herbal blend plus L-theanine and melatonin.
Hello. Okay, so that was our second sprint. I'm having thoughts. I remember reading Dawn many, many, many years ago and suggesting that my friend read it, and she read it and she was just like, I can't do this. It's so violent and harsh and everything. And I'm just like, reading it now with, the sensitivity that I have now and the knowledge that I have now and it's a lot. There's a lot going on in this little book. She can write. This woman can write. So I don't have a specific question, but I am just interested in what is happening for folks. Like, how's this landing? I guess I do have one thought, which is, we've read the entire Patternist series. We've also read Kindred. We're now, reading a trilogy. And are you starting to see kind of like themes, connections, things like that coming up for you in these books? So that's my thought. That's my sort of general question. But I just want to know, where are you? How's it feeling? And while we're here, let me show you my annotations. So I decided that I would annotate using colors that, Tati, this is a perfect time for you to join, because I was going to do a little show and tell. I know how much you love this. So,
oh gosh,
I think you'll like this. No?
I'm not
So
looking.
I actually annotated, and I'm matching the colors on the page to the colors of she's not even looking, of the cover.
I'm not.
So
looking.
it's got green and yellow, and red and
my
gold.
Lord, I can't.
I can't even hear you, but you're very stressed. So yeah, there's a lot of beauty happening here. Anyway, okay, why don't you just talk?
You can't hear me?
I won't. Are you okay?
Yeah, you can't hear me?
I can't hear you. Oh wait, say something.
Hi.
Oh yeah, I can totally hear you. Somehow I had turned my volume down.
Okay.
But anyway, were you actually trying to avoid seeing the page?
I really was. And I was like, oh, she's done now. And I gave a quick glance, and that quick glance
didn't serve your best success. Well, I'm really enjoying the book and annotating it, but I will not trigger you further. Have you finished this latest reread, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. So I was asking just some general, folks to share some general thoughts.
And
then
Jersey Femme had one in the chat above. That was one of the first comments I saw when I hopped in. Hi, Dr. VP.
I definitely see the same theme of humanity, choices, and latent abilities amongst all the works we've read thus far. Yeah. Because even in Kindred, there was this latent, what is her name? Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Dana had the latent ability to, Like if we see the like her time travel as an ability that awoke on her birthday, you know, that's kind of interesting.
It's interesting and scary at the same time.
Yes, which I think is something that could be said about all of OEB's works for sure. And yeah, so other people, where are you at? I am at the beginning of part 4, which is the last part, which I think I'll be able to do in our last sprint. So yes, I'm almost done. This is how much I have left. I'm on page 227, and the last page is 283. So I'll be able to do that in the last half hour.
Okay.
You're on nursery part 2. You're meeting Tate. I see. Tate is such an interesting character.
Very.
Sorry?
Very.
Yeah,
very interesting character.
I just feel like there's so many interesting questions about like who you would bring with you, you know, like
who you would bring with you, who you would identify, or who do you identify with in this makeup. If shut up, phone. If like placed in this, because you know, for the way that I read a book, it's like if placed in this situation, you know, with these people, would you be able to process the Lilith's way to process this situation? Baffled me both times that I read it. It's baffling to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what others have to say. Empathy is the theme that keeps coming up for me, even if that word hasn't really been used so far, I don't think. But that empathy doesn't seem to be between humans. It involves others. Do you mean, Tom, like the empathy that the Oankali have for the humans as they like try and figure out how to deal with the situation that they're in? Is that what you mean? And also you have 8 pages left. I will say I'm hybrid reading it, and the narrator's voicing of Nikanj is spooky. Like I feel
I've never read this via audio. Who's the narrator?
I don't remember her name, but yeah, it's
I've never read this as an audiobook.
Her Nikanj is downright spooky. And you can tell, right? Because the narrators obviously choose how much of whatever you hear, but you definitely see the manipulation. You hear it in the voice much more than my sub vocalization was doing for me. And I was like, whoa, this is like really, really uncomfortable. And congrats for almost being done, Tom. That's great. Congrats. I think I would have chosen Joseph just because of his level-headedness and easygoing nature. My ultimate choice would not be to create alliances with any of them while the awakenings were happening. Yeah, just kind of.
I found it interesting that in this situation where even if you choose not to believe what Lilith tells you, you're in a situation where you are not in control, yet you still manage to find a way to fuck up human relations while you're in this situation. Like creating alliances versus creating relationships are two completely different things. And you have alliances over relationships.
Yeah. Yes, the attempting to understand another's feelings and emotions. Okay.
Thank you, Tom. Go to the next one.
Do you want to read it? You read it. You're excited.
I am on board with the wincing at the marking up of the book. LOL, no judgment, but oof, can't get on board with that for me. I did mark up stamp from the beginning, but it was a challenge. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom. I will kind of forgive you for stamped at the beginning because you agree with me.
I mean, I think that everybody is entitled to make, less than ideal life
Absolutely.
choices.
And I'm never gonna not give you a hard time about it. Just like you're never gonna not purposely purposely call me out for not liking it. That's just our relationship and it's great.
Tom, I really thought we were going places. We went three slow reads,
Oh man.
engaged, and I really thought there was some trust building happening, and now there just isn't. I write in the margins and highlight. And Limi, I think that's a really good thing.
I did that a couple of times in Seed to Harvest.
And you underline.
Oh my
You're
Jesus.
absolutely entitled to treat your books as you like.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm just kidding, Tom. I think, I would be allied with you if we were in a big training room. You would have your naked book, and I would have my book with annotations, and we would still figure out how to get the hell to Earth. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
You're with Tati. Okay, I feel attacked, and I think this is a very, very good time to I'm just kidding. I don't feel attacked. It's all good. So I think half an hour is a good amount of time. Just wanted to check in with people.
Okay, I think my notebook is upstairs because I can come back to the video and do that. To write down some of the questions. I'll come back to the video.
Wow, Tati, everybody's team Tati.
I love this community that we have created.
Geraldine is team Tati. Jenna Lee is like marking a book is sacrilege. Like,
damn,
wow.
my people.
I guess you don't want to see what I do to
spent
the
years.
edges of
No.
the year.
No. I spent years looking for people who were like me. Who would have thought I'd find them online?
Yeah. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody. Okay, so how half an hour? Does that sound half an hour? Do people need longer, shorter? It's our last sprint. What do you people in the chats, those who have recovered from my sinful behavior, how
Sin is fun. That's why it's enticing.
If I don't hear anything, I think I'll just do half an hour. So 30 minutes is fine. Okay, so if you are coming in, awesome. Thank you very much. Oh, Tom says, I love the sprayed edges though, and it's beautiful what you did to Year of the Witching, even the inside parts.
I don't think you did the sprayed edges. I think the sprayed edges came with it like that, right?
It did not. I did that with a marker. With that, we will start our 30-minute sprint.
What did I do?
Oh, Alba, you know what? My team is getting strong, man.
Oh, Alba. Oh, we used to be cool.
Okay, everybody. Let me start the timer. Happy reading. And see you in half an hour. Enjoy, for those of you who are going to be finishing, Dawn, along with me, enjoy the end. And for those who are reading on, it's going to be great and amazing. See you shortly. Okay, so I misjudged. I need more time. I'm not done yet. You're on mute. And oh, Latrice had to get things off her chest. What were those things? I know Lilith is a fictional character, but I definitely understand being a Black woman and knowing what is right and the solution and no one believing you because of it. It's so frustrating and tiring. Yes. The way she has to say, y'all are going to get us all killed and y'all are just going to like prevent us from actually getting to Earth. And why are you so damn short-sighted?
Not just the way, but the many times.
Yeah.
Like the many times.
Yeah.
And it's not like they can go anywhere. You can't, everywhere that you go you can be monitored.
Yeah.
You go elsewhere, you're going to freeze in the soul-sucking ice of space. So, like, hi. Seriously, just hi.
What is it about Black women that allows us to be the most suited for the Oankali's plans, right? And yeah. So anyway.
That is a question.
Yeah.
That's a question.
So Latrice. And then that allows doubt to enter her mind, and I'm really feeling away. Yeah. We're gonna have a lot to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah, I shared with Njeri earlier that I remember vividly the first time I read this book, Lilith and I had quite a few arguments.
Yeah.
And we still went at it this go round as well. So
just shows how logical and flexible humans seem to pride ourselves as being. Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly it. Exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see that you're an idiot and still rest in your idiocy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be a smart idiot about what you're dumb about, but you're still an idiot.
Yes. Yes. Well, I did promise that we would be doing 3 sprints today, which we've done. And notwithstanding the unfinished state of this book, I think it's 9:00 and I will finish this. I really have I'm on page 257, so I have 30 pages left, which will happen between tonight and tomorrow. So, and our dinner's here. So, any last thoughts before we wrap up before tomorrow? I'm super excited about tomorrow and our discussion.
Yeah, I'm very excited about tomorrow, and I'm just hoping, I feel like this even more so than the Patternist series will open up a lot of room for discussion. And so I just hope that people are willing to discuss and willing to share.
I'm very much looking forward to your thoughts about Binti, Latrice. I like the connection that you've made so far, so that's awesome. All right, everyone. Well, Tati, thank you for joining on camera. Thank you, everybody, for reading. I know we're all sort of at different places, except for Tom, who's won, and also you, Tati, you're done. So everyone, please try to finish off between now and tomorrow at 1:00. I hope that you have a wonderful, purposeful, slow, and luxurious read. And looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes.
During the discussion. All right, everyone. Oh, we have another. Yes, sharing the essence of relation. Oh, there is so much to say about sharing and partnering and lots.
Giving versus having taken from you, and
yeah, so much. There is so much here. There's so much here.
Yeah.
You're most welcome. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. See you
See
tomorrow.
you tomorrow.